One, two, three.
That was so horrible.
Make sure you hold on to the wheel.
Friends ain't to play, they question me every day and everything I say ain't a big deal. We question what we love, I'm begging to be one of those guys who need none. That pain to conceal. We all stuck in a place, we seen the same faces, but at some point nothing feels real, 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 real. I don't open up to anybody. I feel like I'm the only person I can trust for the stretch, to be honest. But weirdly, I keep my heart in my pocket, and if anybody wanna keep it, I'll just give it to you if you promise to help me hold the wheel. If you like me for real, help me hold the, just help me hold the wheel.
Hold the wheel, you a still, all we do is eat shit, that's the meal. But you act allergic, what's your deal? Why you so different, cool, you so chill? You got that thing they all want, that sex appeal to everyone. Damn fucking deal. I guess I can see what they like, for real. So if you really down, we could both hold the wheel.
We can chill in the back of my CRV, listen to Frank Ocean over it's Orange County, and parents want me trippy, ain't no we free. We free! We can chill in the back of my CRV, listen to Frank Ocean over it's Orange County, and parents want me trippy, ain't no we free. Ain't no worries cause you're here with me. I'm just trying to have a getaway in my Honda, and we don't need to drive out, find a parking space, listen to the radio, or I'll just call it Drake cause that's all they fucking play. Anyways, I'm getting at a topic, I'm nervous, but honestly, let's take our tops off of her system, cause it, but please don't question my methods, this shit is super effective. I've tested if you accept it, you know that this will be heaven. If you're chilled in the back of my CRV, listen to Frank Ocean over it's Orange County, and parents want me trippy, ain't no we free. We free! We can chill in the back of my CRV, listen to Frank Ocean over it's Orange County, and parents want me trippy, ain't no we free. Ain't no worries cause you're here with me. I ain't never sorry if I'm wrong when I'm acting like I'm good at this shit. I deserve an Oscar, cause I'm convincing, at least I hope I am. And girl, I'm really trying, but there's so much that I can plan. Like when am I gonna pick you up? Movie dates, switch it up, be unique, that ain't me. Guess we can't be OTP, that's a throwback shit when I was like 14 or 15. Making better days and friends with type of nigga, you know me. But you don't understand though, cause you be on all that childish shit.
Yo, listen up, people. It's time to start the show, and I'm here to make sure it's done right. So grab hold of something, because believe me, this here's gonna be one hell of a ride.
keeping cyber-psycho victims off the pavement. And in Pacifica, well, Pacifica is still Pacifica. This has been your man, Stan. Join me for another day in our city of dreams.
Hello? 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 That's the wrong mic. Sorry, give me 1 second. God damn. That scared the shit out of me. There we go. There go my mic. There we go. There we go. There we go. God damn, that's loud. Hold on. Turn that down some. Shit. Oh wait, let me stop touching this. I need to touch. After the game was announced in 2017, the game was announced in like.
Hey, it's Paris.
2012
to Ask a Dev.
I didn't know it was
and I want to thank
you
everyone
thought
out
it was
there
in
in Twitter for submitting your questions. There were so many to go through. We tried to sort through the best ones, and I'm going to do the best I can to submit these questions to the devs. So I want to welcome both Miles
hello
and Patrick.
Howdy.
from CD Projekt Red to sit here and answer your burning questions about Cyberpunk 2077.
Okay.
All right, let's start with question number 1. How did you come up with the multiple life path choices, and is there anything specifically that influenced or inspired each one?
Just to clarify,
yeah.
we watching this right now. For anyone who thought the game was about to launch, the game launches in an hour.
In the tabletop,
I'm still listening. The game launches in an hour, right?
You actually have a.
Let me go full webcam for this. The game launches in an hour, right? So we get an hour-long stream from Twitter Gaming. Yeah, from the Twitter Gaming jump. They're doing a live stream just to explain some shit. So we're gonna be watching that because I'm really hyped for the game. Yeah, I've been hungry for a while. Yeah, I ain't really. I'm gonna be honest. I was cool. I seen the game when like the Keanu Reeves thing happened.
Which is when you began development all those years ago.
Let me actually play this now, but like because I'm listening to it a little bit. But just know I'm very hyped for this game.
God, that's a difficult one, Patrick. It's actually also yours because, you know, the way we did this development on Cyberpunk was that I think it was started all the way in 2012, even, right? Was it as early as that?
2012.
To Witcher 3, most of the team switched actually over to help out with.
He said,
Witcher
"Go
3 at
watch."
some point, right? And then it was.
Oh, I thought you
in
meant like
sort of
me watch. What's it
2016
called?
after Blood and Wine, when the entire team switched back to Cyberpunk. That's when I came on board of the project as well. But Patrick, sorry, is actually one of the very few OG Cyberpunk developers that's been with us since 2012. And
the Xbox controller.
God, what
Even
was
though
the biggest
I'm
hurdle?
rocking with PlayStation.
I think the biggest hurdle was just production. You know, trying to figure out how expensive, like how much it was going to take to get the game done, and how to make it get done, and how to work all that out. That's an ongoing problem with any project of this size, and certainly it wasn't planned that we'd have to pull everybody over to work on Witcher 3 as well. So, you know, that was something.
Yeah, and I suppose, you know, with how many iterations this game went through and all these.
I was gonna say, yeah, the game looks
it's
so
sort of
different.
Really hard to say what was the most difficult thing at any given point in time.
Because the game was like.
If you just
I've seen the game
at
different.
the game
changed keeps changing.
It's like 4 different, 5 different games depending on how many iterations we actually went through, which I'm not. I'm sure how many there were, but
I feel the same way. I mean, I was telling some people who are sort of new to the project, you know, we're launching soon, and I was just regaling them with all the previous versions of the game that we had done, and
I've
telling
seen
them,
so many versions.
This happened, and we did this, and you're supposed to be able to do this. You know, going back 8 years now, so there's a lot to talk about.
All right, let's go on to the next question. What's the process of creating quests?
I want to hear about the quests actually. Yeah, because them shit's supposed to be
what
vicious.
Was the process behind choosing what to keep, what not, and what to change? For example, bozos were a big deal back in that game, but they are nowhere to be seen in 2077, apparently.
I don't know what a bozo is.
I feel like there's 2 questions there, so I'll take them on one after the other. As for how we create quests. Usually we start with just an idea. That idea
Let's hit a process.
Can be, a cool scene, a cool character, some twist that happens in the story, something like that. We turn that into like a paragraph description, and then the quest designer figures out how to turn that into something that the player can actually play with gameplay chunks and proper pacing and story bits and all of that. We turn that into like a document explaining how the quest is going to work, and then we break that down into pieces and figure out exactly who's going to be responsible for building each piece. Putting them all together is the quest designer's responsibility, and making sure that it works. And then you just iterate and iterate and iterate. You do it over and over again until you get it the way that you like it. You know,
14.
So it's important to try to get it right in the documentation.
We got 16K people watching right now.
You have to iterate later on when it
not my stream, but their stream. I wish it was 16K on my shit.
As for deciding what to keep and what not to keep from the lore of 2020 and all of that, well, you know, we wanted this to be a continuity with the original 2020 tabletop. So we've tried to keep as much of that as we can. When we change things, we always try to put a twist on it, some sort of spin that's plausible and doesn't break that continuity. But certainly there
breaking
are
continuity.
omissions that get made if they don't make sense for the story. If your character is unlikely to encounter a certain situation or a certain type of character, or in this case a specific gang from the original 2020 books, if that doesn't fit thematically.
Whoa, Twitter gaming, relax, take a breather, bro. Come on, Brody, you got this, bro. You got this. Oh, this shit crashed. Welcome to Cyber Night, you feel me? So yeah, we were just watching their Cyber Night aspect. Where's I can't even find it. Here it goes. So we got 51 minutes and 12 seconds. While we wait for this to load. Yeah, launch party has started. Can it continue it? It should really crash. iCarly is trending. Yeah, so that's the time we got until the game finishes. I play some music while they continue buffering. But yeah, what do y'all, anybody in chat, what y'all thinking? I know some people just said they chilling. They not really gonna play the game, or they probably just meet it right now, just chilling. But like anybody who's actually interested in this game, if anyone's gonna play it, what are y'all looking for? As far as like maybe like your life path? I want to see what y'all go, because I got mine set. I'm gonna play all three, of course. I'm not too keen on the nomad, at least not right now. And I don't know too many of the benefits, or just what a nomad is considered in general. I just know they come from the outside. But other than that, like the corpo and the street kid, yeah, alright for real. I'm gonna go one of those, and then I'm gonna have a different character for either one. But I'm just excited, man. I'm just excited. I need the stream to continue, bro. Come here. This shit really froze. Did anyone say anything about it freezing? Oh. Come on. It's on. What's on? Not the connection. Oh, there you go.
On storytelling, this is really where, you know, the magic happens, when the localization writers are able to talk directly.
I'm going street kid. I need to see how the streets going.
Interact there and make sure that
how they got the streets going. I feel that. You gotta know what's going on.
And I must say also, I can of course really only speak about the German dub version, because you know, other than the English ones, I don't speak any other language other than German. But one of the beautiful things that I've noticed is that the individual teams working on their respective languages, they're putting a lot of extra love and effort into their languages.
The dubs.
And having played both versions, it's really cool to see that there's moments where I find personally that the German version actually works a bit better, because the joke is different, right? It translates a bit different. Maybe the voice cast I find better for that character. And then there's versions where I think the English version is better, right? And you know, even the cast that you have in these different languages can really affect sort of how a performance is really carried, right? We do.
I know they had a chart for translations. I want to see something.
We do try to keep them sort of on the same level, of course, but it's nice to have a certain flavor and uniqueness in each separate version that actually makes it feel, you know, like this language is almost like the original voiceover language, right? Which in games is a bit difficult to say, but I think there's a high level of authenticity that I hope that when players actually get to play it in their language, they will really appreciate.
We got the Japanese.
Now, now
yes,
I have
sir.
another question. This would be
an
for both
anime
of
in this
you.
bitch.
I think I know the guy that asked this question. He's a pretty cool guy. But he says, how much does level design impact quest concepts and structure? If you have an amazing idea for a quest, could this force a change in level design?
That's
in
insane.
development, which comes first? The level, the quest concept, or are they both created in tandem? He's a real cool
You're going to
guy.
give him a
We
middle
also have,
ground?
like,
They're going to say
different
in
answers
tandem,
on it
yeah.
depending on who you ask. Of course, the level design is more important. No, I will say that this is a really cool question, because I know in the past it's sort of like it bounces off each other, really, right? I know in Witcher 3 we've had moments where, you know, we came up with locations that we then later filled up with quest content. I remember going to certain quest designers going like, dude, we have this location, like, couldn't we do something cool here, right? Or it also happens the other way around, where our quest designers, right, they will have come up with an interesting stage, right, if you will, for their quest, and they're asking us to come up, you know, to help prepare that stage. And usually this process is a lot of fun because, you know, it's like two completely different creative angles trying to chip away at the same problems and challenges, right, and trying to find common grounds. And it's nice to see how you can sort of uplift each other from these different perspectives. And one thing that I also find very fascinating with this is that usually I know at least the level designers that I know I work with, they sort of are, you know, sort of humble enough to kind of go, okay, you know, we're in the studio about story, right? We try to infuse a lot of, you know, put a lot of focus on the gameplay aspect of this, but in the end we want to tell a story. And I have no shame in admitting that usually in our studio the quest design takes the higher priority, right? Because that's ultimately how the player will play the game, right? I can prepare different paths. I can say, okay, you might break through this door, you might break through this door, but there is a lot of choice and how the player goes it. And I'm not married to the idea that the player needs to go here, the player needs to go here, but rather, you know, you find your own path. I like to akin the way we design our locations to this sort of like penetrable fortress design, right? And so yeah, in that sense, the stage is entirely for the quest designers to
and Miles, from my point of view, anytime you make a suggestion, it's fantastic, and I almost always incorporate it. So.
All right, let's go on to the next question.
There we go.
What is the most significant portion of your work that we as players won't even see? Behind the scenes stuff, something that you're most proud of.
What you proud of that niggas
I know
doesn't
that
care
can
about?
Develop, and there's so many moments, like conversations, coffee break conversations, where you're frustrated and you go like, oh man, I have to do this really annoying task because, you know, which job doesn't have them, right? And you know it needs to be done because it contributes to the experience, but it's something literally no one really appreciates as much as the work that goes into it.
What we don't appreciate, my guy, my king.
All right, I've got to do it. I'm going in. Topic is doors, right? So
doors
in game design, especially in our game, is a really, really hugely complex topic. But to players, it's a thing they just, ideally, they don't notice. They pass through it, right? But doors in level design can be so many things. They can be an obstacle, right? They can be a passage. They can be an option. And for our quest designers, right, they can be tools to sort of guide the narrative, right? These are now locked, but after you do a certain thing, these open and you can do stuff. And it allows us to guide the player through levels in many certain ways. And then, you know, they're not just easy things that just work like that when you actually play the game, right? Doors are super difficult when you try to bring AI into the whole fray, right? Because these AI characters, they don't understand what a door is and how it works, right? You need to teach them, and then you need to explain to them. And then, you know, these AI characters, they need to understand how to deal with a door in combat, right? When they can pass through, when they can't. And I know for a long time in I remember when we were debugging this game.
Doors, well, I'm gonna appreciate every door from now on. It's facts, bro.
Where, NPCs would just open locked doors as they walk past it, and the whole idea was that, of course, when an NPC walks past a door, they should be able to open it, right? But this was like the first iteration of bringing this in, and it caused this issue where, like, suddenly NPCs could walk everywhere and unlock passages for the player that they weren't meant to go through, just like that. Right? And it's something that by the end of the whole process, when the player plays it, it's hopefully something you don't have to mind twice, right? But for us, it's a huge thing. We spend a lot of times and meetings on it.
You walk past the final boss and you just see a fucking squirrel walk through the front door.
And I mean, from the quest side, it's similar. You know, some of the things that seem most simple when you're actually playing the game are some of the most complicated sometimes. Like in our game,
I did not mean to open that.
You can actually walk away from them in a lot of places where they're talking to you or having a conversation, you're playing the quest, and you just decide, I see something cool, I'm going to go over there. And the quest needs to be able to suspend itself and keep running so that when you go back, it will continue, but at the same time also not break your game. And sometimes we have those things where if you go and you walk away, something different will happen. Sometimes we just have it suspended. Either way, the vast majority of players won't see that in any of the specific sequences, but we have to build them each time so that you can do exactly that. And it's really, really complicated.
People like
Very few people are ever going to see it. And yeah, I mean, I think I'm proud of the stuff that Quest Design and the cinematics team have done to make that system work.
I'm excited.
This actually reminds
I'm
me
yawning,
of
but
one
I'm
last
excited.
thing I
I'm
can
just
add to
yawning because
that,
I
which
stayed
is,
up.
You know, we spent a lot of time.
Because I'm hyped for this game, bro. I really am.
Dialogue mechanic, which hopefully none of you will ever use, right?
No,
because
sir.
it will break a lot of hearts. But you know, in a game where you can move freely as you talk, right, in most of the conversations, and everything happens in real time around you, how do you skip a dialogue, right? Like, what happens? You know, in Witcher 3, the camera was locked, Geralt was locked into his camera, right? You could skip and it would just literally jump forward in this section. But how does this happen when everything still keeps happening around you, right? And we were thinking about a lot of things, fade in, fade out, and then it just pop forward. And ultimately we decided to do something much, much more elaborate.
What we do?
Right? Which is allowing the player to literally, the time goes fast forward, right? And people who skip it, they might go, that's cool, once they do it first time, but then they just, you know, will press the button and just kind of forget about it. But that's also something that took us a long, long time to figure out and to get right, only to implement a feature that I know none of you will ever use.
All right, moving on
Some
to the next
people will.
question.
That's
what
crazy.
would you say would be the hardest part of the whole game to create?
What was the hardest part?
Would you think is the hardest and most important part of the game to be implemented? This person is very excited for the game and hopes you have a great day.
I mean, one of our
He never
rules,
said none of that in
one
the
of our
comments,
rules about
bro.
creating this
That was
world
that tweet
this
was like
needs to feel
30
like a real
characters,
world.
bro.
It
He
needs
did
to
not
feel
say
like
none of
its
that.
own world. And for that, you know, we created an all original soundtrack. There are very few licensed tracks on there. We created fake brands for all these different corporations. Some of them are from 2020, some of them are our own creations. We created advertisements for all of those. We came up with an entire history of the city using the 2020 material, and of course,
I like the history part. The history, the lore, all
which is
that.
the new version of the tabletop role-playing game, and then our own history to come up with this history of the city, the different architectural styles, the different art styles being used, the movements of different populations. All of that stuff creates this place that we hope feels very real. And if it feels that real, like, you're just going to soak it in, and you're going to want to soak it in. And
where's their update? When
it comes to like that kind of suspension of disbelief, the player has to be a willing participant, right? And you have to meet the player halfway. They have to come part of the way, you have to go part of the way, but you're always saying, come on, come a little bit closer, come a little bit closer. Come on, let me take you, let me show you the city, let me show you
what is bro
the
talking
world that
about?
we've created. So all of that ties into the atmosphere. It also comes back to, again, theme, tone. Make sure that the stories you're telling are the stories that you
worth
want
the
to tell,
content. This
and
game
got to
be fire.
You know, that they rhyme with one another.
But the thing is,
so that
and they said it themselves in the stream. He was like, we've been through like several different iterations of this game. Where like, and I seen the screenshot of like the original game, like the game from 2012. Like, they've made a game with a whole concept and then got rid of the entire concept. And it's just like,
that really depends on whom you ask. I'm sure like a cinematic designer will have a different answer, which is also valid.
The game
right?
keeps changing.
Let me ask you
like,
this
it wasn't
way,
the same game.
So
like, it changed like every other year.
What the person's trying to say is, when you think of the game as the whole, what was some of the biggest challenges? What was something that was very hard to implement into the game throughout the process?
And keep it like that.
Yeah, I think that's still going to depend on who you ask. If you ask a programmer, they're going to say streaming.
What is bro talking about? What is bro talking about, bro? Look like Tyler.
I don't know. Miles, what do you have to say? I mean, like, in terms of like the level design, because this is pretty different for us, right?
yeah, it's. I
He
think,
he threw him
once I
under
start,
the bus.
you'll probably find some similarities because for me,
he said,
it must
"You
have
handle
been
this shit."
the non-linearity that we tried to do, not only with the story but also in our gameplay, right? Because
What else is in this event?
we are
I'm not bored
providing
at all.
player
I'm
with
not. I'm not.
Tons
I just
and
want. I
tons
just want
of
to know.
tools and different options of how do you can actually play the game, right? You can.
With
And I've said this before, right? You have
Twitter
so many
gaming.
different options in terms of weapons.
Because I'm loving this. I'm loving this.
Melee,
I just want to
super
know.
far range, close range, shotguns, whatever, right? Do you want to play it stealthy? Do you want to play more aggressive? Do you want to hack devices and manipulate the environment around you, or do you want to?
Do I have my life
be
path
able to
picked?
craft very powerful grenades and just blow everything up? And I haven't even touched on the topic of different cyberware that you can get, right? And the different ways you can build your characters to support all
surprises,
of these different
and more.
playstyles. And for us, in level design, for sure, it must have been
And if
one
I
of the
get a
most
surprise
important
from
tasks to
watching
make
this
sure
stream,
that
I'm not
all of
telling
these
nobody.
different playstyles are properly represented in the design.
Y'all should have
so
watched
that they
this
all get their
amazing
moment
content right here.
to shine, right?
We talking
Because
about doors
what
and
good
shit.
is it to have the
Y'all
ability
never
to
understand.
use your immense strength to crack open doors if there's no doors to crack open within the world, right? And you don't want to invest points into a skill and end up in a situation where you feel like, well, but I'd never get to use this. What is this? And then maybe at the end there's one moment where you get to use it, and then you're super happy that you actually invested in it. But no, we try to balance things, right? And it's trying to incorporate all of this into the stuff that you do, and that takes a lot of playtesting also to make sure it feels good, right? To come up with different paths that the player can do. That it almost, it's almost when we play, we have this moment where we often ask ourselves, okay, what would I like to do as a Netrunner type character? What would I like to do as a strong solo type character right now, right here?
What's the third?
If I was going in guns
He said a
blazing,
third
I
one.
find myself in this spot. I run out of ammo.
I'm not trying to be a
Can I
netrunner or a
kinda
solo.
focus,
I'm
right?
trying to be a
Maybe
techie.
there's
The
an
fuck is you
awesome
talking
gun
about?
that you can grab right off the ground and start shooting with, or maybe replace some ammo. Maybe we need to add more hackable devices in a specific area that you can use to, I don't know, manipulate enemies into being distracted or blow them up when they get too close at something. And all of this becomes specifically complex and difficult when you consider
Fuck,
that
I wanna
we
make-
also have
I don't know who
story
to
that
make,
we
bro.
want to tell, right?
I wanna
Because
make
in by
King
itself,
Contact,
making a sandbox
but like I
location
want to
is
record
not
it, bro.
super mega difficult. It is a challenging task, but it becomes like
I really
11
do,
out of
bro.
10
I want to record
difficult
for
when
videos
you
rather than
consider
streaming.
that there's
Or
certain story beats
I already
that you
have
have,
one
right?
character I
And
want to stream, but it's someone I want to
non-linearity in my
play
level
right
design
now.
might break the flow of a quest, right? Where it's maybe supposed to be much
I
more
wanna play that
straightforward,
character.
conversation or in certain scenarios. And God knows, we've had situations where, I came in all excited and I'm like, Patrick, I have this, look what my level can do. And he's like, yeah, but you just broke my quest here. And like, this is not, working anymore. And I'm like, oh God. And we try to find, like how to make things work. And it's part of iteration, this, right?
That's cool, that's cool.
Again, very fascinating, if arduous process. I do think that the end result is really worth it. Like, you're going above and beyond to sort of provide for all these playstyles, because it truly allows this pen and paper character of the game to shine through, right? This freestyling of any situation, of going like, okay,
I'm
I
trying
want
to think,
do
do I need to
this, and I
install
roll
again?
my dice,
My
and
day
then
one
the
patch?
game master, which is in this case us, just has to roll with the punches, right?
D&D? I respect that.
Yeah, that's sort of how we see ourselves.
A little D&D reference.
Now, moving along to the next question. This is a kind of fun one. So this person is saying they're mostly fascinated by how the team developed all these new
I realize
systems
my name
by
is-
stepping into such a new genre. The
Not bad.
sound of distant gunfire, projectile-based combat, driving systems. These were all designed from the ground up, correct?
Yes, for this game, yeah.
Everything.
That's that comes with us using our own tech for the most part, right? We have our own engine, so everything, not all, we do is in-house, right? Which comes with its perks, but also disadvantages. However, I don't think making the game the way we actually ended up doing it would have been possible without that. I don't know. I know that our quest tools are really powerful. I was quite impressed.
The quest tools.
Yeah.
The quest, bro.
And we do quests, so there you go.
That's gonna be a big feature.
So along those lines, so this one is more about open worlds. So
Okay.
this person is saying, for
Let's hear
open
it.
worlds, how do you decide when enough is enough?
Never
You can
is.
add loot, trash, world marketing, etc. till the end of time. But who makes the call on when to say, all right, that's it, we're done, this is complete?
Production and directors. Pretty much. It ends there. But it's, even for us, it's hard to say that. Like one thing I always
act like he never been interviewed before.
Insane.
He gonna get fired after this. Yeah, bro is like
so
tossing his questions to the other person and all that.
Which are, I think, our
And bro, he was
smallest
not
unit
mentally
of
ready.
content. They're the equivalent of
I
the
fuck with
wolves
this dude,
roaming
though.
the fields in Witcher 3, right?
He
It's
didn't
just
hype up the game enough
gangers
yet.
hanging out in the city.
I fuck with
And,
this nigga
for
though.
us, it was important still that when we placed these, which they're literally just waiting for the player to come around and kill them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't ever want to put up this feeling. So what we did is we made really, really sure that we actually always gave them a little thing to do, right? You stumble upon these gang guys, and they'll always be doing something. They might just be hanging out, getting
miscellaneous.
drunk, right? They might be trying to break into a vending machine, or they are robbing someone actually, or holding them at gunpoint, right? And it really adds to this feeling and atmosphere of Night City. And we didn't stop there, getting back to the question.
Keep going.
We actually, for these combat events, added at least 3 individual phases that each of these has. So basically, they're different permutations.
So you don't just sit there and watch.
So you might come across spot A in the city, right, during the nighttime, and there might be some gang guys just hanging out, 3 or 4 enemies, and they're maybe robbing someone, right? So you can interfere and get some loot, right, some experience points, test your new skills, and or your cyberware, and then when you come back, at least 2 days later, there'll be enemies at the same spot, but they'll be doing something different, right? And the composition of encounter might be slightly different, right? So there's a slight alteration, right? They'll not be robbing someone, they won't just respawn just like that, but they'll be trying to vandalize. There's a different group of enemies, and they'll vandalizing the walls with graffiti or something, right? And these events can also be time dependent. So sometimes they might be available at daytime, sometimes they're at nighttime, and certainly the characteristic of the district, right? How dangerous it is plays a role there, and this kind of causes like a very interesting thing to happen here in Explore the World, because things slightly feel different.
Stay fucking myself up.
This is one of the things. I don't think most players will really notice this, because how often do you really look at the 3 gang guys hanging out that you kill, and how high is the chance that you remember what they were doing when you came back 3 days later, right, and kill them again? But I think subconsciously there's something the player notices, like a variety, right? Like, there's something different. It just helps make this city feel more alive. And this generally one of our approaches is when doing these things. When we go into ridiculous detail with some things that we do, we sort of think that the sum of things comes from the many small things that we add, right? And they contribute to the larger picture of making this believable world that
my man
feels
really
alive,
loves this
that you
game,
can
bro.
Get lost in. And these are the little tricks.
He really
and
do.
things that
That's a good thing, though. That's a good thing. They just had
when it comes
people.
to those small
Let's see what he
things,
said.
There's something magic.
He ain't had to
about
be
small
asked. He said, "Fuck it, I'm
things.
jumping in this. I'm jumping
So
in the
there's an
mix."
adage
Okay.
I heard from a comedy writer that
Bro said, "I'm in
said
here."
this back in the '90s. He said, "Don't ever fail to tell a joke, because not enough people will get it. Because the fewer people that get that joke, the funnier it will be for those people." And I think it's the same for that kind of content, where if you create
inside jokes,
it's very, very small and very few people see it, it becomes special for them.
Oh, I feel you.
Then when they tell their friends and they say, "Hey, I was at this place in Watson, and I was walking around the corner, and I saw this thing, and then this other thing happened, and so on," and you tell people about those things, and they didn't see those things, it becomes your thing. And those are the things that you hold on to. And
in my stream, I seen exclusively I got a Judy cutscene where Shawty was busting down. Let me not say that. But like, it's probably like, yeah.
Everybody else. And I mean, this goes to the heart of RPGs.
Only you saw this one thing, so it's cool.
Games
which is what I'm really looking forward to as far as making
content.
content.
Yours. And yeah, and it's. I wouldn't. I mean, it's.
Damn, is this skull made out of paper mache? What was that? I wish I could rewind. Shorty said.
Producers have to tell you when to stop, because we could go on forever.
Shorty said. Shush.
Now, let's take it back to when the first.
I like that he explained it pretty good. Yeah, he did good.
7 years ago, you had the first trailer, and you had this clear idea of what the game would look like, I guess. But how much has that idea of you changed with time?
Oh God. Wow. Fun fact, by the way, I started at CD Projekt Red literally a day before that trailer launched.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I was joining and going like, why is everyone so
8
tense?
years
What's
ago.
going on, right? It was also, I guess, when we were doing our first previews of Witcher 3, which wasn't announced back then, you know. So, but Patrick, since you've been like one of the OGs, you would probably know better than I do.
We've been making
What
this
you
game
know?
for a
What
long
you know,
time,
Pat?
and one of the things about making video games this big and at this level of
What time
production
at?
is iteration. And you build stuff.
An
and you
hour?
build back, and you build stuff and you build back.
Huh?
And every time you do that, you try to keep the thing that worked before. But
the
you know,
fuck?
this game has been in production for a long time, so there's been a lot of build up and build back.
Why?
So
Stop
you know, how far
bugging.
does this game come?
Hey, they
I
try
think
to
look
play
at
with
some
me
of our
just
early
now.
demos,
Fuck
and
outta
you can
here.
definitely see.
Sit your ass back in
You
the
know, you
corner.
can see the skeleton of what's going to be in there, but all the details change, and it's exciting to see. You know, we've got some people who haven't been on the project very long, and like I said before, I've been talking to them about you know, what the project used to
tried
be
it.
like, and
No, sir.
and yeah, sometimes they're very surprised to see the old footage. So yeah, it's pretty different.
All right, here we go. Next question.
I want to see the old
Where do you
footage.
start with the world? Like, do you just develop the city section by section, detailed, or the whole thing first and detailed later?
Oh God, that is really one of these where where you meet at the beginning, like, how do you start with the world? And the cool thing or the interesting thing about this is there is not really one starting point where you go, okay, now we build a world, right? The way we start shaping our worlds comes from many sort of different angles, right? There would be, for example, the story side, right? When the story is being written and then the quest designers start creating their quest designs, there's already sort of like a rough idea for the scope, the places that we'll need, right? At least in its most roughest state. So that helps,
with it.
you know, when you have to look at your huge piece of empty paper, white paper, and just go, okay, so there's at least already some dots and you just need to figure out where to shift them. In our case, what also really helped is that we actually we were using the source material, of course, from Mike Pondsmith, since the game is rooted in the pen and paper RPG lore, which gave us a lot of additional points, right? And hints. So now we are looking at even more.
I
dots that we can
definitely
already
just
start
updated
from,
my shit.
right?
Cannot
And
lie.
then we were also looking at it from the point of view that
I already
we kinda
updated
know
my computer. I
it's
seen
on
that
a
coming,
real-
and I got
in
the
a
driver
real-world
updated,
spot,
everything.
Right, so it's in California, right? It's on the coast, and just talking about a coastal city that is so technologically advanced as Night City is, you can make a few assumptions onto what you would expect from this kind of city. For example, hey, this probably should have some kind of harbor that would support, world trade. There might be some industrial areas that sort of go with this. Night City is a place where technology has risen and is being promoted to rise to an insane degree. So you expect it to be to have a kind of area that's sort of the Silicon Valley of Night City, right? And all of these little things, you start trying to get more and more clues, if you will, onto your piece of paper, and then you start shuffling them around, right? And that starts forming the shape of a rough city.
What do you take a
We
screenshot of?
actually consulted city designers to help us, like actual urban architects, to kind of help us out, to figure out how a actual city space works, right?
Y'all doing a
that's
watch
the cool
party?
part of a level design
What's
job
going
as well,
on?
because you need to kind of get into these things.
Am I
right? You
tripping?
become a little bit of an architect. You become a little bit of a urban
I
planner
don't know what they're
yourself,
doing.
right? And then we broke down the city into its different districts, again, as inspired by the lore. You just try to write down sort of the rough characteristics of each district. So Watson, mostly
Ain't nothing
industrial,
really.
right? Shocked by
I'm just
earthquakes,
listening.
high level in crime, and all that stuff.
I kind of want to see
And,
what they have after this.
you know,
I'm
you
ready.
define
I'm ready
the
to
art
play the
style,
game.
and then you take
I
this
really fuck with
district and
the.
divide it into
I
further
fuck with it though.
sub-districts
I
and
really
give
do.
them each different characteristics. So again, with Watson, that would be Little
You
China.
got Mickey and
you
Rose
got
doing a
Osaka
watch party.
Waterfront,
Y'all need to have
and
it
North
open
Side
on y'all
Industrial.
own tabs. You
And,
feel me? So it
as
says
you
set
sort
us
of
in the
iron
fourth
this
view
out, hammer this
viewer.
out more and more,
It's a 5. You
it
feel me?
starts you know,
Hold
to
on,
also
hold on.
connect to the
Instead
other
of saying-
places, you kind of realize
instead of saying the
that
4
this
viewer,
industrial heart of the city, or this used
God
to be,
damn. Instead of
has
saying
moved, the
4,
actual
it's
industrial
8
heart
5.
has moved somewhere else. So that could be this district.
I just like
And
using
how
that
would that
transition.
look,
I'm
right?
not
Where
gonna
do
lie.
the people that work here
and why
actually
does
live?
mine-
You know, like do they
Nope.
travel from the
There we
city?
go.
Like, you know, city center,
Oh.
for example, has a huge subway area,
There you
right?
go.
Because all these corpos that go to work on
All
the
these damn
headquarters,
corpos.
they need to come from somewhere, right? And they live in some places, and all of this stuff. You bring that all together, and you know, hopefully you end up with something that not only feels believable in a life, but also that something that has a lot of variety in it for the player to actually explore. And this is something that we really try to break down with each district, right? And I think you will find that if you actually travel the city, you will notice that, yeah, there's some very distinct looking districts which really
What
help
is
you
ass?
to navigate this space, right? You'll be in Japantown, you know, okay, I'm in Japantown simply by looking around.
Mhm.
But at the same time, it's not like we created 6 cities, but one coherent one that connects well together and that sort of seemingly transitions in a very believable way. You could really look at Night City and go, yeah, I think, you know, this could exist. And in parts even, having been lucky to have traveled a bit in my life already, it's really cool to have these little flashback moments where I'm like, man, this reminds me of my vacation in Tokyo, right? And oh, this remembers when I was walking in downtown LA, and it's really, really crazy. And I hope
I'm
people
hyped,
will
bro.
have
I'm
these
hyped,
same
bro. Come
moments and
on.
these same
I
emotions
love seeing
that,
developers
we
shit.
have
Yeah, I mean, I
with
started
players.
about a minute ago and went
All
back
right,
to
so
start.
let's go on to the next question. Now, earlier I asked you what was the hardest part of creating the game, but this is for both of you, Miles and Patrick. What was the highlight of development?
Let's
Obviously, there's so much.
I know you
good
was fucking
stuff
with
in
the
development
doors.
and hard times, but for you personally, what part during the 7 years do you consistently look back to and smile about?
Let's see what makes him happy about
Miles,
being
want to go
devs.
first?
Huh?
No, I just spent a lot of time talking. Let me
Yeah,
think.
you know, let him think, bro.
I'll talk then. I have my
Come
answer.
on, bro.
My answer is actually pretty recent, and maybe that's just recency bias. But for me, once
Is that a
everything really
word?
starts to come together,
Recency
and you
bias?
start to play the game,
Mhm.
and you're playing it, and I've been in this industry a while, and I've worked on games, and one of the things about just working on games is that when you play an unfinished game, it's never fun. It's never fun.
Never.
And there's a moment on a project where if your game is good, you're going to play the game.
You get to that
and
moment.
you sit down to play it because you got to play it because you have to know what's in the game and you have to know how it works. And you start playing it and you realize you don't want to stop because enough of the pieces of the puzzle are fit together now that you start to see the whole thing. And that moment for me, when that moment hit, it was like, yeah, you know, that was also my
When
favorite
those
moment of
doors
Witcher
work.
3, is sitting down to play it and just being like, I want to keep playing. This is really good. This is exactly the kind of game that I want to play, and I helped make it. And it's great. It's very
Bro, I
rewarding.
love this, bro. I really do.
Yeah, for me, I think, you know, it's quite similar. I don't have like or maybe actually, like it's oddly similar between Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk. You know, like when you're working on a game this complex, you tend to be very close.
18,
to your own
19
work
minutes.
at a certain point, right? And you start
Let's fucking
you know,
go.
to kind of lose track of what is going on around you outside of your own work, essentially, right? Or the bit of the game that you're working on, and it's, you know, it can be frustrating at times because, you know, you see, of course, the flaws in your work. You see that it's not done yet, but you don't really notice when stuff is progressing around you, you know, at a similar rate. And then it's
me check
really
stream, let me
a
check
magical
stream, let me check
moment, you
stream.
know, once you get through this tunnel vision, you sit down. And I remember this very vividly in Witcher 3.
Vivid.
Where it was, I'm sort of branching out to a different game for now. But so that was like, at one point, it's not like it's like a moment where it's like, okay, it's slowly happening, but it's sort of from one day to the other. You know, you start playing.
forgot this isn't
and I was
touchscreen, so I
walking
can-
through
Is it touchscreen?
Novigrad,
No, it's
right?
not.
And
I can leave
you
this
know,
like this.
the soundtrack, the music came in, the ambient music, right? I heard the people walking around. I remember it was like morning time, and the one thing that really brought that feeling home to me, like I was already sitting there going like, man, this is crazy.
Is this lag on my end?
Like I'm getting.
Oh no,
some
I
really
forgot.
good
I'm watching
vibes here,
a stream.
was
I'm
when then
streaming a
suddenly
stream. Yeah, I
The
forgot.
bell tower started.
Yeah.
right? And that bell is something that is exactly the sound of my place that I grew up with. The church in there had exactly that sound. So I was walking through the city, getting these bells. I'm like, oh crap! Holy shit! This is insane. And I had like a very similar moment in Cyberpunk when I was walking through. There must have been sort of the Haywood or city center area, right? For the first time in a while, and I noticed, like the ads had come in, and then suddenly, as I was walking, it wasn't just that there were people walking around, the cars, the traffic system started to come in, right? But also, again, it was like a crisp morning. I don't know if it's that sort of my time that I get triggered. So, like then the loudspeakers were blaring their ads, right? It was like a calm moment interrupted by these all your scenery, and it really reminded me of walking down Venice Beach in a way, right? Like you have these moments as you walk down, where different kinds of audio inputs, they kind of come in, you hear people talking, having a conversation on the street, some awesome banter, that sort of fades out as you continue walking. Then, music fades in from some sort of food stall or like a shop, or, the loudspeaker starts blaring. It's like really, really immersive sort of experience, and that was sort of
Man, I'm hyped, bro. I'm hyped.
We're actually making something really, really special here,
bro.
But it's never something that's sort of
let me in, bro.
For me, it's always
let me in, bro.
Where I'm like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Then
you're swearing, sir. Relax.
Wow, there's something here.
Just kidding.
Well, and to bounce off of that, you said the thing you get.
Fuck
so
it, I'm
close
making
to
a
the
tweet. It stopped the free to go play. I don't care. Let me in, nigga. Why these beats so low quality? Why did he erase that? Cyber Night. You feel me? I gotta send that out. That's not on the mocap
writing in that
account though.
Really fantastic, and I'm playing it, and hair goes up. I get goosebumps all over because I suddenly like. Not only is this game good, but this scene
game
is really good. And if this scene is good, then everything is good. And it's that
that's
moment.
not true,
but
I feel
really
you.
excited about it. And
he said if this scene's good,
really
then everything's good. I don't know about that one, but I'm excited, bro. I really
fantastic. I love hearing those kind of stories because as a gamer, that gets me excited to want to play it, to know that people that are actually making the game have those moments, during the development process. All right, so next question. Let's kind of circle back to life paths. And this one is there a best order of life paths if you will invest in going through them sequentially?
Well, I don't know that there's a best, but personally for me, I think that Nomad is really good for a first playthrough because your character also doesn't know anything about Night City.
Okay.
It's also my favorite life path. After that, pick and choose. I mean, Street Kid is really good. Corpo lets you be an absolute dickhead.
Damn.
That's actually, the cool thing. And I was actually, honestly,
a lot of people say Nomad.
Impressed and surprised that we ended up with is that the balance between the life paths seems to be really, really good. In that, if you ask any given person within the studio, they will give what their favorite random one is, they will give you a different answer. And this is even the same for our directors. It's like anyone who you ask. And for example, I really think, that the Corpo intro is the coolest one. I used to be on the Nomad boat, but I kind of switched.
Yes, sir.
Just for me,
my Corpo. Not King Contact though. He's a street kid.
Where the strongest Blade Runner vibes come off, I think. And I think this is sort of, for me as an opener, like, yeah, okay, I know business. And you're right. Corpos can be real dickheads in the game.
The corpos, bro.
It's true. But the corpo intro, I think, is really special. And, I remember when we were
excited,
doing,
bro. I really am, bro.
With journalists.
I already got a story in my head, bro. I'm RPing the shit out of this.
July something. even there, the spread was really
Even
even,
there.
right? There were lots of people taking Street Kid, and I really loved the first few seconds of the Street Kid intro because the music and everything, it really gets you pumped.
Okay.
And then, you know, there were lots of people playing Nomad, and there's lots of people playing Corporal, and so when you actually ultimately end up playing this game yourself, pick whatever you think is cool, really, you know. And if you're unhappy,
I'm going
play the
Corporal,
intro,
bro.
then start again and play the other one, right? Like, and maybe, you know, save the game after you've done all three of them, each is considered, and then just load up the save that you feel is the one that, you know, resonated most with you. So. Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah, alright, bro. Let me in, bro. I'm tired, bro.
Yeah, I have to say personally, I
12 minutes, bro, until we get an install. Then we gotta wait longer.
Yeah, but I'm excited.
Let me in. I'm ready.
Fantastic.
Ready.
So here we go with the final question.
Final question. Come on.
How can
My bad,
someone
Mike.
with an immeasurable love for video games but no technical experience whatsoever can make it? How can they start? And what do they have to get ready for the most?
Ooh, that's I think the answer is still mods for me. You know, I don't know. I came from a modding background when I, you know, like I always knew as a kid that I wanted to go into video games. And I remember, you know, because I'm a bit younger than you,
Bro,
Patrick,
let
right?
me in,
So
bro.
my first,
Let me in,
modding
bro. That's all I can say at this point. Let me in, nigga. Communication laws and cannot be restored. Let's go. Huh? Let's go, Jums.
Yo, listen up, people. Better make sure the hell of a rock.
Let's go, Jumba. Somebody say Cyberpunk giveaway. Hey, Shorty is bad. Hold on. I gotta open image and new tab. Let me get the full image. Open image and new tab. Shit. Let me find out niggas is really creative like this, bro. Niggas is busting like this,
you
bro.
know, learning and training, and that's really.
I'm using that
good
for a
way
reference
to, you
on
know,
my character.
Get in on that technical knowledge, I think, of actually making games. If you want
My
to become
nigga
a
V
game
is built
designer, right?
different.
If you want to become an artist, of course, I suppose, you know, drawing and actually messing around with 3D
That shit tough.
programs can really help you, as long as you show like the attitude.
What Discord talking about?
That you really want to get into it, and I think. What also ultimately has really been the deciding factor in my career and also in many other people's careers that I've talked to over the years is that a certain willingness and initiative to put yourself out there and to talk to people, right? So, for example,
Let me in, bro.
let
me in.
There's other
let me in the
developers.
game,
you might start
bro.
conversations with them. Don't go at them and go, give me a job, but just have a chat, right? And you know, as young as the industry is, it is also still really, really small, even though it doesn't feel like that sometimes, right? But you know, you do meet often across times, right? Like, and it's always cool to know that hey, this person I talked
need
to
picture
is
references
now
can
working over
contact
there,
too.
and this person is now working over
Let me
there.
not
and,
do this on
you know, you
stream
can always
before I
sort
get
of
leaked or
use
something.
that to
Pictures,
sort of get your foot into the game.
downloads.
And, that's actually get your foot into the game. Good one. And yeah, maybe Patrick, you have a bit of a different view on this.
What you
My
think?
answer is actually very similar. I also come
Okay.
from a modding background. What I would say is that lack of technical experience isn't a permanent state of being. And nowadays, with so many engines available just for use, just go download one and go to the forums for that thing. Talk about what you want to create. Have some idea about what you want to make.
This menace
Keep
right
things
here.
small and manageable to begin with. A lot of people who want to get into the games industry want to make Cyberpunk 2077 right off the bat by themselves, and you're not going to do that.
Actually, I could upload it just.
Set your scopes
Why did I
on
do that?
something that you
Never
think
mind.
you can really get done. Try. If you fail, try again. Maybe rescope. Figure out what you're good at. Figure out what you're bad at. Find people to help you with stuff that you're bad at. You can absolutely make stuff out there, and there's really the only thing holding you back is your own willingness to put in the time and put in the passion, and like Miles said, your willingness to put yourself out there and ask people for help, ask people for advice. But you know, seeing that you've just written this question to us shows that you're willing to put yourself out there. So follow up on that.
8 minutes, bro.
All right, I want to thank everyone for
What's
submitting
good? What's good?
questions to Miles and Patrick. And Miles and Patrick specifically, I want to thank you guys
We got
for
this nigga
answering
right here.
all these awesome
Psycho.
questions. But now I want to turn it back to you. What are the questions you want to ask everyone as
What's
we get ready
good?
for Cyberpunk?
What you wanna know?
2077?
Seeing as we just
I'll answer
talked
this for
about
y'all.
life paths, it would be interesting to know
Corpo.
which life path you will pick for your
Corpo.
journey in Night City. Make
Stomping
haste.
on niggas' throats,
The
bro.
decision is an important one.
I guess, what are you interested in seeing in the city? You know, it's a pretty big city. We've shown off the districts
Strip
now.
club.
Maybe you have a certain gang that you're most interested in. Let us know.
The manga's
All
kind
right,
of
to
cool.
everyone, thank you so much for doing this
Thank you.
developer Q&A, and we will see you in Night City.
We better get a trailer. Another launch trailer. Another launch trailer. I can't talk. I know we're supposed to get exclusives and surprises. Those are the most. Is that it? There's no way. Play the credit. Roll credits, bro. I know you got something else. Shorty is bad. What happened? That ain't it. Look out for exclusive content drops and surprises throughout the hour. I didn't see a single content drop or a single surprise. What are you talking about? Huh? Was it in their stream? Was it on their Twitter? Okay, I'm going with corporate, but not like you do. Wait. Like a pick. 30 minutes. Who hasn't the game yet? Huh? I didn't see us. Damn, they really just left us like that. They really. This is the only thing I got out of that. This is not even English, is it? Oh, it is. It is. Wait. It is. It is. Is it? Is it? Oh, nope. That's the old stream. What if? Where the content at? I didn't see a single content drop. I mean, that was cool, I guess. Jumba. That was alright. That was alright. We still got time, though. We still got time. We still got time. So, like I said, I'm gonna update my Discord right now anyway. We got 5 minutes, you feel me? They tried to add another hour. I said, no, sir. Somebody calling me real quick. Pops called me real quick. Alright. We got 3 minutes, chat, until we got an update. Damn, my shit is broke. There we go. I had to slide to the left. Do for you to trust me. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. He said, how excited? Very. Ah, let me update. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in the game. Let me in, bro. Stop playing. Store page. Let me see the approximately on this page as well. Less than an hour. Come on. I'm gonna party while I drown. Too many other people thinking I'm turning straight to drinking. Let me in, bro. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in, bro. Let me in, bro. Nigga, I'm mad at you. Malibu. Sad it's true, I ain't a fuck the world, cause I don't even fuck with half of you. Come on, bro. Let me in, bro. Let me in, bro. Let me in. Let me in. That's all I can say at this point. Let me in. I'm here for it, bro. Let me in, bro. Stop playing games. That's the point, is everybody's leaving. Let me refresh this and Twitter gaming. Y'all got any content? That's it. What y'all saying? Damn, come on. What is that? A keychain and what's the other thing? They have energy drinks, my nigga. He's over here drinking spinal fluid. Caffeine? What is that? It can't be an original. What brand is this? Let me in, bro. Let me in, bro. Let me in. 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 Let me in, bro. I'm not gonna say it again before I have to throw hands. Come on, CD Projekt Red. Let me in. Steam at this point. Niggas have been streaming this shit since 9 a.m. I fuck with this logo though. Kinda cool, kinda cool. Shorty is bad. They ain't want to show us the fucking. Damn. They ain't want to show us the facial features though. And they said don't trip. Ah, they said don't worry about it. You said a Rockstar energy drink? You think so? Is it? I don't even know where this shit just went. Was it Twitter gaming? It was. Bro, what is this? Too much what other people thinking. And did they let me in? They didn't. But you see the time? You don't see the time stamp. It's 7 o'clock, bro. Matter of fact, let me in, bro. If I throw hands, bro. Let me in, bro. Ha ha ha. If you feel lonely, I'm never feeling different. Bro, the page did not just break, bro. I want to see the countdown. Oh, that's so whack. Come on, bro. Let me in, bro. Store page. I'm like, it's nothing, but I'm always loud. There's no way the site broke, bro. There's no way the site just fucked up. Enjoy on me. I'm gonna mute again. I just wanted to see you at release. I feel you, bro. I'm probably spent a lot of time in customization, bro. I'm probably not even gonna go into the street kid like path. I'm probably just about to customize this nigga and then move on to the next character. There's no way this shit just crashed. Play. Oh my god. I learn. Jeez. This shit really just crashed. There's no way. I'm gonna use the other launcher. I need a reason. What's it called? Q. What's it called? Q. I don't even know what the other launcher is called, bro. GOG, not QOQ. A reason to me. Moment. Why don't we run the season? Whoa! Don't leak my information. There's no way GOG crashed as well. There's no way this shit's crashing. There's no way, bro. Cyberpunk. I can't spell. Bro, there's no way this shit's crashing, bro. There's no way Steam just fucking crashed, bro. Oh my god. Picking the phone. Saying no more. Don't you hear me? When nobody near me. But watch I go to the library and I go to something like wallpaper engine. Store page. Nah, the store page is broke on here too. Damn. Can I it's on there. Like bitch where? I don't care, I don't care. Give me a reason. Updates. This shit's crashed, bro. I can't spell. Did this shit crash for anybody else? Oh. Were you just updating? I seen it. Play. The game is not released. It will be released on a... Huh? The game is not released yet. It will be unlocked and available to play on its official release day. So I really have to wait until the 10th? There's no way I actually have to wait until the 10th, bro. There's no way I actually gotta wait until the 10th, bro. Reason. Reason to believe. Oh shit. Nope, 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 stop. Now I'm going to open their software. What's it called? Bro, why can't I press this button? There we go. GOG Galaxy. Oh, I forgot it crashed. Yeah, I forgot that happened. Damn. Okay, there we go. Install games. Come on, bro. You know what games I have installed, bro. Come on. There's no way Steam's gonna force us to wait. There's no way Steam. Bro, you're not gonna show me my games? Alright. Cyberpunk, there we go. Okay, is this the update? Update and verify Steam. Oh yeah, I wasn't logged into Steam. Yeah, okay, that's why it wasn't showing. Log into my Steam account. My rewards, great. I have these rewards now. Excellent. Excellent. Steam, there we go. Come on, Steam. You're waiting for you in V's locker room. Excellent. Now Steam. Install. Now let's see if it's installing. Stop fucking playing with me. Download queue. Alright, thank God. I was about to say, stop fucking playing with me, chat. It's available to play at 11 for me at midnight. 11? What are you playing on? Are you playing on PC, console? Download. What you playing on? Okay. 7 gigs? Ain't nothing crazy. Let's go. I'm here for it, Chad. I'm here for it. What's the achievements? I'm interested. Complete the main storyline. Collect all the items that once belonged to Johnny Silverhand. Complete all gigs and NCPD scanner hustles. Complete all cyber psycho sightings. That's a lot of words for my lisp. Okay, gigs in Pacifica and the Badlands and Westbrook and Haywood. I was about to say the jungle, but it's not. It's Santo Domingo. Okay. Install at least 1 implant in each system or body part. Kill 3 enemies with a revolver or a pistol in close combat. Gun fu. I thought it said kung fu. Max level on any skill. So I guess max level is level 10. Craft 3 legendary. I'm going for this one immediately. That's the first thing I'm gonna get. You feel me? V for Vegeta. It should have said Vegeta. After reviving with second heart, kill or incapacitate an enemy who killed you within 5 seconds. Okay. Max out street cred. They're not gonna say the number. That's cool. Okay. Okay. I guess the secret ones are just so I don't get spoiled. Let's go, bro. We're here, bro. Let me in, bro. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. I'm trying to get in. I'm trying to get it in. Okay. Shot base. This shit crashed. This shit. They try to hold me. No, sir. I'm right here. Right back at it like a bad habit. So, yeah, while we wait for this, I hope y'all having a good day, a blessed day, excellent day, amazing day. Synonyms for good. And, yeah, I just want to use that transition. That's it. That's all. I just gotta see how my computer is gonna play the game as well as stream the game. So I'm gonna need help. Anybody that's in the chat, anything like that, I'm gonna need y'all to tell me if it starts lagging. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm streaming, I'm gonna try it out at max settings just to see how it perform. And if y'all see that shit chop training, y'all see that shit like 1 second I'm right here, next to it I'm over here, and the next second the shit's upside down and shit, I need y'all to let me know. I can always look on my phone, but it'd help if I'm moving around on the stream and shit, and y'all are y'all just let me know, like, okay, this shit lagging, turn down the settings a little bit, you feel me? The musical stylings of Ryan KJ. DLC. What did I just? Oh, that was a reply. What kind of DLC we got? Manage my one DLC. What's the DLC? Show me, bro. Let me in, bro. Let me in, bro. Oh, wow. Just making sure. Wish list. What's on my wish list? Why are these on my wish list? I don't even remember ever touching my wish list, bro. But I guess these have been on here. It must have been on. Added in 2014. God damn. This must have been when season 2 just dropped. Hold on. The Walking Dead season 2 Telltale. I can barely see my keyboard. My fucking thing is in the way. Episodes between December 2013. Damn. So this is when the game was announced. Oh, where am I at? Where am I going? When the game was announced. Oh no, this is 2014. Okay. So like a year, like half a year later, I was like, I gotta play this game, bro. Oh, they have the release date right here. Okay. This came out April 2014. What, like 2 months later, I said I gotta get Ghost Simulator. That shit's goated. I was fiending off Ghost Simulator at 14. That's hilarious. Available now. That's what I like to fucking hear. Okay, what can I minimize right now? I don't need this launch thing no more, cause I can just launch it from Steam. So I'm gonna close that. I'm about to optimize the shit out of my console right now. I almost closed OBS like a dumbass. Exit this. What else can I leave? Nothing really, bro. I got C cleaner. My computer cleaner, bro. My computer's about to be dirty, bro. For Cyberpunk, my computer's about to be fucking dirty, bro. And if you can put it on my tab, new stories for my friends. Nights really badly needs us candles on my tab. I don't know, Rose. I don't know if you're listening, but the person that's singing this song and you will probably get along. That's my boy. Yeah, my new Mercedes Benz really ocean crash. Wanna driving fast, I'm living lavishly. I can pay it straight with cash. We call a tab. I said tab twice. Bad decision. That's what happens when you win it. I know they got Cyberpunk on here, bro. This shit's trending. It's probably not. Nope. Vivian Ashley.
Yo, listen up, people. It's time to start the show. And I'm here to make sure it's done right. So grab hold of something. Because believe me, friends, this here's gonna be one hell of a ride. Yo,
you're not
listen
doing
up,
nothing?
people. It's time to start.
The night is really badly. In Hollywood. We'll do this because why not? Don't sip, drink, and less is good. What is this? This looks so fucking dumb. In the south of Hollywood. Yeah, my new Mercedes Benz. I'm just pointing, driving fast. Come on, bro. I know you got something else, some other content. It's now available globally on all this shit. Okay. Love that for me specifically. Now it's time to slap that space bar. Bro, I'm playing with a controller, bro. Elite. We got the Elite. I don't play Xbox no more, but we got the Elite controller. Hold on, let me see. I don't even got the joint on this, the analog. This shit fell off. Ah. You know, we got the Xbox Elite series, the Mark 1 limited edition Xbox series Elite limited Xbox controller Elite. You feel me? That shit's up. I don't got the analogs in the back though. I took them off. I could put them on. I could put them on if I wanted to. Where they at? They up there. And then you can take these off. You feel me? And then customize it with other parts. Take this shit off. The D-pad. Because we don't fuck with. Yeah. Take these off. If I wanted to, but I'm not. You got the trigger stop, so instead of going fully down, you like change those and they don't click all the way down. Shit's up. But fuck Xbox, you feel me? Xbox hold me. What's good? MP3 9. Forgot the 9. We chillin', 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 we chillin'. We got Cyberpunk installing. It's about to be finished. Let me actually do this one because it's a little bit more widescreen. I got the background. I got the down here and up there. Hey, you need a ride against the waves. We can really vibe against the pain. I don't understand why I can't be your man. God damn. This gift. You for me is. What did I just do to my Discord? That shit fucking got decimated. Sundays you spending, I'm throwing up all of the answers. Dancer. Let me crank this shit real quick. Dancer. Models ain't that pretty when you're near. Got no fear. You don't need to ride against the waves. And we can really vibe against the waves. I'm looking for real. What did she do for my well-being? Did she even hold on to the well? I feel like she never really cared. I knew that the dream was too good. There's an update. I'm not killing this for Among Us, bro. I'm conflicted. Why is that? How can I love somebody who treats me really bad? This is my boy Ryan KJ, the one that had my old outro, the one in Hoopty. Well, hop to the back of the 4 doors. That job. I'll be back when the download got you. That's completely understandable. Why is it so slow? When I look at you, my mind is clear. Like, this shit ain't doing nothing. You need a ride against the waves. And we can really vibe against the... I'm gonna close Discord. Fuck it. I don't need it right now. Cause I don't understand why I can't. All this shit closing does not help me whatsoever. But I'm still doing it. I don't care. Oh, I ain't gonna close that baddie though. Reopen, close tab. Thank you. I need that. You lying, you say you gonna lose me. What I do for you? This shit's not doing anything. I love you, truth be told. It can't be because I'm streaming. Stopping? Why are you stopping? Pause. Like, why are you stopping? Don't stop. We don't stop. Resume. Get your ass up there. Let me in. Let me in, my nigga. What are you doing, bro? Ready to launch. Launching soon. View updates. I didn't want to really see all these. We can chill in the back of my CRV. Listen to Frank Ocean over it's Orange County. And parents want me trippy, ain't no way free. Ain't no words cause you. Do I really gotta end this stream for this to continue? And we don't need to drive out, find a parking spaces until the radio. Do I gotta end this stream for this to continue? An error, timed out, continue. Download now. What are you talking about? If you chilled in the back of my CRV, listen to like Ocean or Orange County. Parents only tripping, yeah, you know we're free. Come on, bro. 4 hours. Come on, bro. My internet's not built like this. It's built way better than this. It's Orange County. And parents are tripping, yeah, you know we're free. I forgot I'm fucking streaming, bro. I'm trying to download shit while streaming. Am I dropping frames at all? Cause I'm convincing. Need to hope I am. I'm gonna sleep. Okay, yeah. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to end the stream. For anyone who's watching, I'm going to end the stream so I can install the game, because I'm not about to sit here on zero connection trying to install this shit. I'm getting hoed right now. So I'm gonna restart the stream with the exact same. I might change the title. Yeah, fuck it. I'm restarting this.